In the midst of life's challenges, it can be easy to fall into a mindset where the negative seems more prominent than the positive. Whether it's daily stress, personal struggles, or the weight of global events, it often feels like there is an endless stream of difficult circumstances. However, Buddhism teaches that it is possible to retrain our minds to see the good in life, even when it seems hard to do so. Through a series of practices and principles, Buddhist teachings offer a pathway toward cultivating an optimistic, grateful mindset, one that shifts the focus from what is wrong to what is right. The first step in training the mind to see the good in life is cultivating mindfulness. In Buddhism, mindfulness means paying attention to the present moment without judgment. We often spend so much time lost in thoughts of the past or future that we miss the beauty of the present. Mindfulness helps us to observe our thoughts, emotions, and experiences with awareness, allowing us to respond consciously rather than react impulsively. When we are mindful, we become more attuned to the small, beautiful moments that might otherwise go unnoticed. Whether it's a warm cup of tea, a kind word from a stranger, or the sound of birds singing outside our window. By bringing our attention to these moments, we train our minds to recognize the good that is already present in our lives. Another crucial aspect of seeing the good in life is embracing gratitude. Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of cultivating a mindset of thankfulness for the simple things in life. Often we focus on what we don't have or what is wrong, but by intentionally shifting our focus to what we do have, we can transform our perspective. One of the simplest ways to practice gratitude is through a daily gratitude journal. Each day, take a few moments to reflect on the things you are grateful for, no matter how small they may seem. This could be anything from the comfort of your home to the kindness of a friend. Over time, this practice helps to rewire your brain to focus more on the positive, fostering an attitude of appreciation and contentment. In Buddhism, the practice of loving kindness, or metta, is also central to cultivating a positive mindset. Loving kindness is the practice of extending goodwill, love and compassion not just to others, but also to ourselves. This practice helps us to develop a heart full of warmth and positivity, even in the face of difficulties. Loving kindness meditation involves silently repeating phrases like, "May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe," before extending these wishes to others. Over time, this practice cultivates a deep sense of connection, compassion, and goodwill, which naturally leads to seeing the good in both ourselves and others. Another powerful Buddhist principle for training the mind to see the good is the understanding of impermanence. In Buddhism, we are taught that everything in life is transient. Nothing lasts forever. This includes our difficulties and challenges. While it's easy to get caught up in negative thoughts or circumstances, understanding that everything is temporary can provide a sense of hope and perspective. When we face difficult situations, reminding ourselves of the impermanence of these experiences can help us to navigate through them with greater ease. Knowing that pain and hardship are fleeting allows us to focus on the good that exists in our lives, even amidst the struggles. This understanding helps us not to be overwhelmed by the negative, but to keep our eyes open for moments of joy, beauty, and peace that are always present, even in the most challenging times. Another practice that can help us see the good is reframing our thoughts. Buddhist teachings on right thinking emphasize the importance of cultivating a mindset that aligns with our highest values. Often, our minds can become clouded with negative thoughts, self-doubt, or judgments. By consciously choosing to reframe these thoughts, we can shift our perception and find the good even in difficult situations. For example, instead of focusing on what went wrong in a particular event, we can choose to focus on what we learned from the experience or what positive outcomes came from it. This reframing practice helps to shift our mindset from one of negativity to one of growth and opportunity. In Buddhism, the practice of mindfulness and awareness is key to noticing these negative thought patterns, and the intentional act of reframing them can lead to a more positive, balanced outlook on life. Buddhism also encourages us to cultivate a sense of equanimity, which is the ability to remain calm and balanced regardless of external circumstances. When we face challenges, it can be easy to become emotionally reactive, either by falling into anger, frustration, or despair. However, by practicing equanimity, we can remain centered and clear-minded, allowing us to see the good that exists even when things are difficult. Equanimity doesn't mean that we suppress our emotions or ignore our struggles. Rather, it means that we accept them without becoming overwhelmed or consumed by them. By cultivating a calm and steady mind, we can more easily notice the moments of goodness that arise in our daily lives. Another important practice for training the mind to see the good is the development of patience. Patience is a key virtue in Buddhism, and it's essential for cultivating a positive outlook. When we are patient, we allow ourselves to fully experience life without rushing or trying to force outcomes. This patience helps us to trust that things will unfold in their own time, and that there is always good to be found, even if it isn't immediately obvious. One way to practice patience is by learning to sit with discomfort. In our modern fast-paced world, we often try to avoid unpleasant emotions or situations, but in Buddhism, we learn to embrace discomfort as part of the human experience. By being patient with ourselves and others, we allow space for growth, transformation, and ultimately, the ability to see the good in every situation. Buddhism teaches that our perception of the world is influenced by our mind. If our mind is clouded with negativity, we will see negativity everywhere. However, if we train our minds to look for the good, we will start to notice it more often. By practicing mindfulness, gratitude, loving kindness, and patience, we can rewire our minds to see the beauty, goodness, and joy that exists all around us. One of the most transformative teachings in Buddhism is the understanding that we are all interconnected. The practice of interconnectedness helps us to see the good in others and in the world. When we recognize that our actions, thoughts, and emotions have an impact on others, we are more likely to cultivate kindness and compassion. By embracing the idea of interconnectedness, we begin to see that the good in the world is not separate from us. It is something we can actively contribute to and share. This understanding shifts our perspective, helping us to see the good not only in our own lives, but in the lives of those around us as well. Ultimately, training the mind to see the good in life is a gradual process. It requires patience, consistency, and self-compassion. However, by incorporating the principles and practices of Buddhism into your daily life, you can begin to transform your perspective. Through mindfulness, gratitude, loving kindness, and acceptance, you can train your mind to see the beauty and goodness that is always present, even in the most challenging times. With practice, this shift in mindset will become second nature, and you will begin to experience life with a renewed sense of joy, peace, and appreciation for all that is good.